So, long enough tangent short. We're going to go ahead and go into Now Showing. This week for Now Showing, we actually have... If I can find the damn thing. So, this week for Now Showing, we have Five Nights at Freddy's.
The long-anticipated finale.
Remember, people, we're professionals.
You haven't said that in forever.
Right?
I know, right?
Yeah. I
To
was
be fair,
worried
it's
we
been
were
a
never
while.
going to say it again.
It's
To be
been a
fair,
while
I've never
since
said
Gallows
that.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's been a while since Gallows has had audio problems.
That is also true. He has gotten on that. Granted, he's also been kind of on and off with it too. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, we'll explain it later, John. It's actually a pretty funny thing.
Yeah, I imagine.
It's pretty self-explanatory. I think you'll laugh at it harder whenever we tell you. But no. So like this week for Now Showing, we have Five Nights at Freddy's, and with that, obviously, many people are excited. And to give you guys one final update before, well, I guess by the time this recording hits air, it'll already be out. So if anybody is out there hoping for an R-rated cut of this movie, don't hold your breath, because the director has actually come out and said we shot and aimed for a PG-13 rating. They mostly played with shadows and sound effects, so don't expect any hardcore gore. They wanted to get creative with it. So this movie was shot to be PG-13. It got a PG-13 rating. They say they have pushed the envelope for PG-13, which is great. I will not argue that. I think Scary Stories pushed the envelope for PG-13 as well. Even though that movie is hit and miss. Yeah. I mean, I still love it. But no, so like I'm super pumped about this. I do plan on probably by actually the time of this airing, I would have already seen it. So yeah, no, I mean, I'm pumped about this movie. I never really played the games, but I've watched my fair share of game theory videos on this. God bless you, Matt Pat, for explaining this shit to somebody who didn't want to play the games.
Right.
Absolutely. But yeah, no. So I mean, I'm super pumped about this movie. I know, Allie, I believe you are. Holy shit, we have a rogue Gallows. What's up, buddy?
What up? No, I was just checking you guys are still going. Give me about like 5 minutes and I'll hop right back in, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
That was the dog.
That was a dog.
That was dog.
In fairness, a lot can be achieved when you depend more on sounds than sights.
Sounds and shadows. Absolutely. No, you can definitely do a lot
like
with it.
And I'm going to bring up D&D for this. letting the audience or the players in D&D instance imagine letting the players or the audience imagine what's happening can be so much better than showing them, because the mind is able to create things much better than for itself than what it's being told.
A good horror movie knows the perfect balance between show and not telling.
Mm-hmm.
So there is one of those things that it's like you can imply so much stuff and it's 10 times scarier than it is with how it actually happened. So like a good example is Alien had a lot of that. A lot of those kills are pretty off screen. And all you hear is the sound effects, or like you see, and that still has some really impactful scares.
You get the massive build up.
Oh yeah,
and just the sound from somewhere else.
Exactly, and
tell
so
you exactly what happened. It's your mind just fills in the blank.
A really good example of in my opinion, almost a perfect PG-13 horror movie is Insidious. Insidious is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
The rest of them are hit and miss, but I think Insidious 1 and 2 I think are considered some of the best PG-13 horror movies out there. And I don't disagree. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, when it's actually scary stories, is really, really good. I will not disagree with you. However, it's not the best. I would still say Insidious is a far more entertaining story with the scares.
And I wouldn't consider this a horror movie per se. I think it's more of a drama
Thriller.
sci-fi.
Drama
But
sci-fi.
but I Am Legend.
It has some horror elements in there. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I believe it's considered a thriller. I believe it's thriller.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I really liked that they did was that they got Mike Patton from Faith No More to do his like metal screams for the like vampire voices. Like
Yeah.
when they're yelling, it's literally just a dude
Yeah.
doing that, and a lot of people don't realize that. They think it's just like, oh, it's just like,
See,
Yeah.
it's like computer
Whatever.
generated. Yeah.
but you know,
Mhm.
I
that-
actually didn't know that. That's a movie
Yeah,
fact
yeah,
that
they
I
got
did
it.
not know.
yeah, they got a metal singer to do the voices for that because it sounds scary.
Yeah, and it's a good example of utilizing actual sound effects. Monster House, believe it or not,
yeah.
for a lot of the sound effects, whenever the house is actually like moving and roaring, it's a lot of houses getting deconstructed, like getting torn down and everything,
That's
and they used audio mixing for that.
Like when,
So yeah,
when studios actually try and make the sounds authentic,
yeah,
it
exactly.
can do so much to elevate a movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have no real scares if your sound effects are not really that good.
Like,
Like, don't get me wrong, you can have
Yeah.
great gore and terrible sound effects, and it's not good.
like going back to Monster House, this was back in the early days of motion capture. You got to remember, a lot of the characters look a little. They hit that uncanny valley in the kind of.
To be fair, I think that was intentional, though.
yes, and they did make that work to their advantage. But if they didn't have the sounds to go with it,
Oh no, it
it
would have
would have
never
been
worked
dead in
out.
the water.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's such a creative. You know what's funny? The voice of Constance. I'm about to blow your minds and unfortunately ruin any blown loads that may have happened because before what I'm about to say.
I think I
That's
know
the
this one.
same voice actress that played Jessica Rabbit.
Yep.
Yeah,
I can see that.
the voice of Constance is also the voice of Jessica Rabbit.
Wow.
I fucking
What-
love it.
One thing that blew my mind, voice acting wise, was the voice actor for Parthenax in Skyrim, like that deep, slow voice. That
That's
he
fucking
has.
Charles Martinet.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
plays Mario.
Yeah.
He's played Mario since Mario
He's
had
actually-
a voice.
Yeah,
He
he
retired
stepped down.
recently,
Yeah,
but-
yeah, we've talked about that. And actually, Ty, my buddy and I that I was telling you about that went to Germany,
Mhm.
he and I actually got to meet Charles Martinet at Fan Expo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
he was there. He was super nice. He was awesome.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
and if you
Yeah.
ever have an opportunity to meet Charles Martinet in person, I highly recommend it. Go out of your way.
And somebody I know, she used to teach with Barry Yendel, who's a voice actor who's done a whole bunch of different stuff. So it's kind of like Small World. He's been in like
Yeah.
Black Butler and One Piece and all sorts of different
Oh,
things.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Man,
so-
Yeah.
back up to Five Nights at Freddy's. Good God.
Right. Sorry, tangent.
I-
No.
I was about to try to bring it back home, and then you got me started on Monster House.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Monster House was still kind of like going into like you can do effective scares without showing blood and gore,
Yes.
Mhm.
and so that was the
Yeah.
main thing I was getting at.
I think definitely having the sound effects works a lot better,
And
and
the
especially
shadows.
with FNAF.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and shadows work great.
Sound
too.
effects and shadows
Yeah.
is as long as you're doing it correctly, and that's what FNAF is known for in the games
Exactly.
Well, let's be
because of
honest.
how their scare tactics work.
Exactly.
Well,
So
let's be
their
honest.
jump scares are going to be more
Ooh,
suspenseful.
ooh. Yeesh, 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 yeesh,
Once
yeesh.
again, we're professionals.
Professionals, folks. Okay, so
Nope,
Gallows.
still got the echo.
Yeah, it's luckily we edit this shit. So you're echoing.
I want to remind you how distracting that is for me.
I know how distracting it is for you.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I had to connect my headphones back to the Bluetooth. That's why.
No, it's all good, buddy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Where are we at?
So
no.
we're on FNAF.
We're still on now
We're
showing.
still on now
FNAF.
showing.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
really? 30 minutes in, you guys are still on now showing?
Yeah.
and what's your
Good
point?
point.
Shush.
Yeah.
But the other thing of it is, FNAF has made it so that even the silhouettes of their animatronics are familiar. They can do
Right.
a lot more with their shadows.
Uh-oh.
Which is why I'm not necessarily complaining about PG-13 rating.
No.
Would I love to see a rated R FNAF? Fuck yeah. I would love to see one.
I have your
But-
solution. It's called Willy's Wonderland, and it has
Yes,
Nicolas Cage.
there
in
is
it.
that. I personally think that making it PG-13 was
PG-13.
the
A smart
better
move.
decision.
Oh no, I don't
Mhm.
disagree because you have so many little kids that are fans of this, and
Well-
yeah,
Not just that.
Mhm.
Ramping it up to an R rating makes it a gore fest. Potentially.
yes.
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah. Which FNAF is not known for being gory.
Precisely.
I don't know.
They have gore, yes.
Because they
but
showed
they're not-
more.
They have
I'm
gore,
sorry.
yes. But it's not an out and out gore fest.
Fair.
They focus more on the scares themselves rather than
Mhm.
any blood.
Right.
Yeah.
More of the
so
surprise
FNAF
scare
store
type of
is-
stuff, basically. That's what they go with. More surprise than actual scares.
That's fair.
Basically.
Yeah, I would argue that.
Keeping it at PG-13 allows them to focus more on the scares than on the shock factor or the blood and gore. It makes it so that they can make a FNAF movie instead of just another Willy's Wonderland.
And that is fair.
And I gotta say, I gotta give it up to the freaking Jim Henson company
Oh fuck yeah!
for doing the puppetry. Oh my god, they look amazing.
You know what's crazy is those are actually they're half animatronic, half suit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those are actual performers in there too, and it's great.
which is how, according to lore, is how those costumes work.
I was about to
Yeah.
say that just makes it entirely worse.
Yeah. Well, and the
Hey,
thing is,
hey,
like,
but at least you don't have to worry about the actual thing, the actual death threat part of it, where like little sweat can go. Basically,
Or,
at least you don't have to worry about that shit.
yeah,
True.
Yeah,
Sure.
Jim Henson, that company just did an amazing
Oh
job. On
yeah,
those suits.
they made it just enough. They made it just unique enough to where you can still tell it's what it is, but it is
Mhm.
ever so slightly tweaked. Where it's like I can tell the difference between the movie and the game,
Mhm.
and that's
Mhm.
always what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost a 1-to-1, but not being a 1-to-1, which
Exactly.
is perfect.
Yeah.
Bring something new.
It's a delicate balance, but when they hit it, it's great.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Didn't they add
I'm
more
so
story
excited
for the movie instead of the game? They added like a lot more detail for the movie. Didn't they do that?
No, the first game has a shitload of lore that was released later on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they mostly kind of pick and choose from that.
FNAF has plenty
okay.
of lore for them to play with.
Oh, 100%.
Between all the games and the books
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to go through, yeah.
The
You wanna
games,
talk
the
about-
books,
There's books.
Yeah.
Hold on. There's books.
parody games.
You didn't know
Yes.
that?
I didn't know that. I thought it was
Yeah.
just the game. The game
There's
itself
like
added a lot of lore to it.
There's like 4 different book series now. 4
No
FNAF.
shit.
Yeah, I think almost every game at least has one book, at the least. I think like the first 3 have
But
like
no, there's
5.
other stories.
Oh yeah, there's other stories and
into
everything.
it,
Yeah.
too. But they all intertwine.
Oh, yeah,
They all
yeah.
intertwine. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think honestly the fourth one has like the creepiest story in my personal opinion. The fourth game, like it's the one with the nightmares and the
Oh
kid
yeah.
with the bed and everything. Like the whole
Oh,
story behind
yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, that is actually admittedly pretty creepy. I will give you that.
Sister Location
Again,
was
thank you,
interesting.
Matt Pat, for going through the books and giving us the
Yeah.
because
Like between Matt
because
Pat,
I would not have time to read them.
between Matt Pat, Markiplier, like between those two, I got everything I needed from the series.
Without having to play or read the series.
It's like
Yeah,
the one guy who read every book in Skyrim.
I mean, I
so no one
played a
else had
little
to.
bit of the first game when I was on the phone.
I still want
on
to
the
do that.
phone, but that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I did. For it.
Or it's the guy who learned everything there is so far about Warhammer 40k and knows that his mission is never going to end, so nobody
Oh
else
my
has
gosh.
That
You could just
man.
spend that much time on the orcs and you'd never finish.
to. You can spend like 3 lifetimes learning just all the freaking lore behind every faction, and they would still add 10 more.
Uh,
Good
yeah. It's
God!
like, all right, good. I just finished Necrons, and I'm 40.
Yeah.
3 months later, new book.
Ah, damn it! Oh man, there's a reason why I'm nervous to even dip a pinky in the freaking pool that is Warhammer.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Mhm.
All right.
I have enough lore that I have to deal with between D&D, Yu-Gi-Oh, FNAFs, and Assassin's Creed, and all the other video games I love playing.
Yeah. No,
For
you're
me,
not
it's like
wrong.
Cosmere with Brendan Sanderson. I get way too deep in that.
Yeah. All right. Well, any more? Are you guys planning on seeing FNAF? Do you guys you're gonna go out of your way to go see it? Anything like that? Or are you guys just gonna wait?
I might wait. Honestly, I don't know. I might go see it.
Yeah.
I'm not big on going to the movie theater on my own, and there's no one here who I know to go with.
This is why you
So-
don't move out of fucking Texas. Anyways, no, I'm kidding.
You know exactly why I moved.
I
out.
know exactly why you moved out of Texas.
I would
That's-
fucking move out of Texas too. Fuck. I mean, I would and wouldn't.
Yeah.
Mostly wouldn't if I enjoyed too much here, too much entertainment.
But no, I wouldn't mind watching it.
Mhm.
Like especially if when it hits streaming.
Yeah. John, you have any plans on seeing it?
Not yet. I haven't made any plans, but I wouldn't be opposed to going to see it. Last movie I went and saw in theaters was the Dungeons and Dragons movie, and I wanted to go see the Mario movie, but I just never got around to it. So hey,
The
maybe
Mario
it's
movie
a-
was actually worth it. I think I
Mhm.
saw it twice. I saw it twice.
yeah.
Dungeons
So
and Dragons I
maybe-
saw.
I still haven't seen it.
Nice.
Still haven't seen Mario movie for some reason.
I haven't,
Is
I haven't gotten
It's
around to it either.
on my list.
it on
but
Mario
Paramount
is a good
Plus? Actually, the
I
Mario
think
movie.
so.
I believe.
Yeah, I
I
believe
believe
it's
so.
on Paramount.
Yeah.
So if
Do
you,
you
have
have
Paramount, you're
Paramount?
gonna go. No, my parents do.
No, we
I
don't.
don't. If you guys want to set up a Paramount account, we're not gonna say those details because they may or may not be listening. FBI, I don't share streaming passwords. If anybody tells you otherwise, they're a liar.
Don't worry, Bob's known about my activities for a while.
That's also
Password. What's that?
yeah, exactly.
being both a writer and a DM. My search history has been a
Yeah.
smorgasbord.
So John,
Always add
man.
in Minecraft.
recommend it to maybe do a double date for FNAF this Saturday if you guys are down for that.
Yeah.
Because I know that you guys were wanting to do a double date, maybe like a dinner kind of thing. So should be able to make that work. We're not going to the football game because it's going to be raining all day.
Yeah, it's gonna be raining all week.
Yeah, but it's going to be raining
best
super hard
friends.
Saturday. Yeah.
We will.
And you know what's funny, gals? We literally just met this weekend.
What the fuck?
I have
I know.
known this man for a grand total of like what 2.5 days.
2.5 days, give or take. Yeah. And we're already
Oh,
talking
man.
like we're brothers or whatever. Oh man, no.
Hey, that's
it's
how
crazy.
you know the friendship is good.
That's true.
Bingo.
That is true.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true. Like I
Alright.
said, best friends.